Recently, Robin asked me if you could have any superpower in the world, what would you choose? And without even needing to think about it, my answer was to slow down time. Because I constantly feel like there's so much that I want to do, and there just are not enough hours in the day to get it all done. And to top it all off, this last week I was pretty sick with a cold, which you can probably still hear, and it really forced me to slow down. And I feel like I also had it coming, because I was just constantly go, go, go. And I feel like 9 times out of 10 too, you ask somebody how they're doing and their answer is, I'm good, I'm busy. Like busy has just become such a norm. But if you feel like you have been affected by busyness, either mentally or emotionally, or like me, physically, then let's do something about it. We're gonna practice 7 days of slow living, retaliating against the rat race, but still getting things done. It's more just about living mindfully. If you'd like, there's a PDF to help guide you along. You can get the link in the description box below. But for now, let's delve into each day one by one. For day one, we're gonna keep it really light and simple, just tuning in to the senses. So go about the business you normally would. The only thing is, we're gonna consciously try to tap into any physical sensations. Like, can you hear the ambient noises around you? Can you really feel the things that are in your hands? What do you smell? What do you see? Can you notice the fine details of things that are around you? This exercise is quite easily the quickest way I can ever bring myself into a slow living mindset, just immersing all of my senses into the present moment. A lot of us take shallow breaths throughout the day, and I feel like the more anxious and overwhelmed we become, the more rapid and shallow those breaths also tend to become. So for today's challenge, we're going to, anytime we notice the breath, try to consciously breathe a little bit more deeply. One exercise to try is called square breathing, where we just breathe through our nose for a count of 4, hold for a count of 4, then exhale through the mouth for a count of 4, and hold for a count of 4 again, and then repeat. After a minute, just take a moment to pause and bring awareness to the body. What do you feel? Is there any lightness? Is there any tensing? And if so, and if you need it, feel free to go ahead and give yourself a little stretch or massage before getting back to whatever it is you are doing. For day 3, I think you guys are gonna love this one. We're gonna bring our attention to food. Today especially, we're gonna focus on staying hydrated and making food choices that nourish the body. We're gonna really try to be in the moment from the beginning to the end, from washing vegetables to cutting things up, from noticing the colors of the spices to the steam coming off the food as it's being cooked. And as a bonus slow living exercise today, we're gonna really take our time to plate the food as if we were serving that dish to ourselves at a restaurant. And you know how sometimes you've only just put food in your mouth and already you're scooping up the next bite, getting ready for it to go in right afterwards? Yeah, we're not gonna do that today. Today we're gonna sit and enjoy and savor every bite, trying to pay close attention to how it tastes and how it feels in your mouth. And when it's finished, that's when we can scoop up the next bite. And the same process holds for making our coffee or tea. It can be a rewarding experience, just going slow, pouring, and tuning into the senses. I personally find it really hard to mentally slow down and feel calm when my space is really cluttered. My mom always used to say, busy space, busy mind. So for today's slow living exercise, we're gonna take some time to create space. Clearing things off surfaces, doing a good old wipe down, heck, even treating ourselves to some flowers because why not? But here's the thing, while we do the cleaning, decluttering, and organizing, we aren't just gonna do it quickly just to get it over with. We're gonna really immerse ourselves in it, feeling the motions of sweeping the floor. What muscles are activated when we clean off a table? What temperature is the water when we clean the dishes? Then have a seat and bask in the inviting space you've created. Sometimes when we live life in its fast pace, it becomes really easy to take things for granted. We get frustrated when we lose our Wi-Fi reception, overwhelmed when we get stuck in traffic, we get annoyed when our coworkers or friends or family call us because they need something. And I know we all pay lip service sometimes to being grateful for things like our health and our loved ones, but today we're gonna take it to a whole new level. Finding gratitude in the simplest things, things we don't even usually give a second thought. Like grateful there's a postal worker who just delivers things to us, and there's someone out there picking fruits and vegetables for us to enjoy. And how cool is it that we have electricity available on demand, or that we can FaceTime with someone from halfway across the world within seconds. And on top of being extra grateful today, we're also gonna practice extra compassion, making time to talk to someone instead of just rushing through a conversation because we feel busy, or making time to call a loved one or a friend just to say hi, and that was the only reason we called. Today is all about slowing it down to appreciate the small things, the things we can sometimes take for granted. Sounds are around us all the time, but I don't think we realize just how much they can implicitly affect our mood. So for today's exercise, we are going to use audio to slow things down, removing any sounds that bring about a feeling of tension and replacing them with sounds that bring about a feeling of calmness. For example, we can change our morning alarm to something that's more pleasant, or listen to some ambient music that boosts our mood while we work or study. And if your phone's notification sound grates on your nerves each time you hear it, then today is the day we're going to change it to something we enjoy hearing. And when we get home from work or school, we can play some relaxing tunes or unwind with an audiobook. One book I keep going back to over and over, it's one of my all-time favorites, is the book The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. It's an incredible story about a boy who has these recurring dreams of finding hidden treasures near the pyramids of Egypt, and he takes off on this journey and along the way learns a whole bunch of valuable life lessons. And as much as I love the story itself, what makes it even more enjoyable is the voice of the narrator. You'll know it when you hear it. It's just the most calming thing ever to hear him speak. So I want to thank Audible for partnering with us on today's video, and if you'd like, you can get this book, which I definitely recommend, or any other book of your choosing, absolutely for free, in addition to a 30-day free membership by visiting audible.com/pickuplimes, or see the link in the description box below. And finally, for day 7, we focus and bring our attention to the most important thing of them all. We schedule all sorts of things into our calendars, appointments, deadlines, date nights with friends, but we don't as commonly schedule in a block of time for ourselves. So that's what we're gonna do today. You're gonna set aside some uninterrupted time just for you, whether it's for grooming or a bubble bath, some yoga, or a little walk in nature. It's whatever makes you feel happy and calm and grounded. You deserve this time more so than anyone else deserves your time. And after this week of slow living, you might start to notice you pick up a few of the activities spontaneously from time to time, and that's the most rewarding experience of all. Knowing that you can tap into mindfulness, into the present moment, into slow and intentional living at any second. Things have a way of always feeling busy, and time has a way of just flying by, but tapping into the present moment and living intentionally really helps to slow things down, and it really is like having a superpower. Thanks a lot for watching and for putting up with me sounding a bit congested. Hopefully it'll be gone for the next video, but there's nothing like getting sick to remind us that we can slow things down. If you enjoyed today's video, it always means a lot when you give it a thumbs up. Remember to grab that PDF, link is in description. And Pickup Lime signing off. We'll see you in the next video.